fire hydrants. And the main thing, we want to be out here to protect our community and as well as ourselves. Make sure our hydrants work on the island. We take off all the fittings, grease them, make sure that the caps go on properly, oil it. There's some quartz also that we use to oil the stems on the hydrants. And if we find any problems with the hydrants, we report them to Public Works so they're able to take care of them, in a timely fashion.
When Danny Weber was fire chief back in the 80s, the fire department, we were starting to catch fires with hydrants that were not working. Public Works had a major staff reduction, and the firefighters came up to administration and they asked if they could assist with making sure that the fire departments were operational, that the stems would turn, and that the caps would come off, and to make sure that they could get water at the fires. Chief Weber took it to the city said absolutely, and we've had a partnership since the 80s. From what we've been told, we're the only fire department in the state of Texas that's been doing fire hydrants for 20 years on an annual basis. No other paid fire department that we know of has done it for that long. And we did it out of necessity. We needed to help out the city as well as protect the community. And the reason we got into this was, back in the 80s, you got to remember, we were only about 5 years past Hurricane Alicia. And so many of our fire hydrants went underwater, have been underwater multiple times. What may work today may not work next year. And so that's why we go out every year to check on hydrants. We carry anywhere from 500 gallons of water and up in our fire trucks. With the nozzles, the firefighting tactics that we use, we rarely have to use a fire hydrant for a quick knockdown of a fire. Usually we'll lay the line to help fill our trucks up after the fire or for precautionary for exposure. But for the most part, I would say 9 out of 10 of our structure fires are put out with tank water. And each truck coming in, if we do go to a remote area, like after Hurricane Ike, where we had areas that we did not have water because we didn't have access, we were rolling 2 and 3 trucks that all had water, so we could put 1,500 or 2,000 gallons of water without even worrying about committing or taxing the city's water supply. All coastal communities have a very hard time maintaining hydrants with corrosion from the salt air. It's always been a long-standing tradition for each station to have their own map books, and what they do is whenever they go out and test hydrants, they mark the hydrants that are maybe slow to open or there's a problem, then they report it to us. Public Works, we help them prioritize, and as they get fixed and they get marked back on their map book as working again. And there are some hydrants that have been out of service for a while but do not have impact any structure, so they're not a priority. Our priority is clearly going to be around occupied houses and target hazards, schools, commercial businesses, and that's been our big challenge is keeping those fire hydrants working.